Assalamu alaikum and welcome each and every person that's joining us live to Black Wealth Empowerment Live Google Hangout. I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach, and we want to thank you for joining us for another powerful broadcast of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Now, if you've been with us for all these weeks, if you've been with us for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, you are in for an absolute treat today because we're talking about, as we have in the series we're covering right now, in step with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, financial justice or else. I know you've been hearing about justice or else, but that applies across the board. So says the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. So we decided with Black Wealth Empowerment to deal with financial justice or else. So you've joined us because you're interested in being financially just to yourself and to others. So we thank you for joining us again and taking that time out of your busy schedules away from your family, from other things you could be doing, some of you from even wealth building. Wow. That you've taken this time to decide, you know what, I'm going to join our brothers and our sisters on Black Wealth Empowerment and really see if I can pick up an additional tip, a technique, a tool that I can use to even take it to another level. Because I'll tell you this, brothers and sisters, if you're not really improving yourself financially, and this we're talking about mindset, because it all starts up here. If you're not improving yourself financially, how can you help others? And so I want to thank you for joining us. You're in the right place at the right time. But I am not here by myself. Oh, no, 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 no. We have our brother, our friend, the brother who brought this platform to us to help us really get the message out to the broader community globally. We're talking about our brother, our friend out of Houston, Texas, brother Darrell Muhammad. Brother Darrell, are you on right now?
Mic check, mic check. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Loud and clear, brother.
All right, all right. Thank you, Courage Coach Rodney Assad over there. I don't know, he's not in Phoenix. He's traveling. He's traveling the globe, ladies and gentlemen. But I am here in Houston, Texas, brothers and sisters. Happy that you decided to be with us this evening. November 1st, we're counting down to the end of 2015 and the beginning of 2016. We're happy you decided, brothers and sisters, to be with us this Sunday. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're going to be hopefully surprised and impressed by what we bring to you tonight. We pride ourselves here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, bringing you that which you can get possibly from nowhere else. I mean, that's our intention, right? That's our purpose. We purposefully look for ways and to share things with you that you can't get from anywhere else. Why? Because you have to have superior knowledge to live a superior type of life. So that's what we pride ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're about your paper, you're about your cake, you're about your finance, if you're about living the fullest financial potential that God has given you and you're trying to live it out, then you're at the right place, okay? You're at the right place to understand what it is to be black and wealthy, right? What does that really mean? What does it mean to be black and wealthy and empowered? All right. We're here to clear the air. We're here to really attack that mindset that has been drilled in our heads that there's something wrong with money. There's something wrong with abundance, financial abundance. There's something wrong with being wealthy. That has been ingrained in people in general around the world, but specifically black people. That's why this is Black Wealth Empowerment, because we need a special kind of drill here, coach. We need a special kind of drill bit. It's not the same kind of drill or drill bit that you drill into wood that you drill into rock or you drill into cement, right? So our hearts and our minds have been so solid against the understanding of wealth and money that it requires the best in the industrial strength motor of a drill, and it requires the industrial strength drill bit that can drill through the toughest of rock. So, ladies and gentlemen, if that's what you about, that's what you want to learn, then you're at the right place at the right time. We're only going to be with you an hour. We change our format, right? So we can spend the remaining evening, right, parsing what you've heard, studying it, but most important, applying it to your life. So once again, welcome, welcome, welcome to those of you that are your first time or 1,000 time. Well, can't be a 1,000 time, and it only can be 58. This is broadcast 58. So if it's your 58th time, like it's my 58th time, then welcome, welcome, welcome. We really admire you for consistency. I know the coach can talk to you about the power of consistency and what's required and what is the benefit of consistency. So welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to have joining us here in just a moment our sister, our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy. She's going to join us here, God willing, here in a couple of more minutes. So welcome, brothers and sisters. As always, you know, or some of you, if it's your first time, you don't know, this is a private group. This is a private platform, all right? What makes it private is by invitation only, and you have to go through a process to make sure there's a good fit, all right? There's a good fit, all right? This is not a bulletin board. This is not, you know, just something where you come and it's about you, right? It's about what you're promoting, right? It's about what people what people can give to you as far as your business, right? We're maximizing the potential of social media by making this a private, interactive, exchangeable platform. All right, exchangeable platform, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we're doing here. So how do you do that? Well, if you found your way here, you go to the private, the elusive, exclusive Facebook page right there on Facebook. Right, you go right there on Facebook and you put in Black Wealth Empowerment. Black Wealth Empowerment, and there you will see a platform there. You have to be accepted on the invitation, but that's where all the interaction takes place. That's where we communicate on Sunday night and during the week. Sunday night and during the week. That's what we do there on the Facebook private group. All right. Now, if you're there already because you're a member and you've been accepted, then go ahead and put your information, ladies and gentlemen. The Courage Coach is here. I'm here. We're going to take roll call. We need to know what students are here, right? We need to know what students are here. So make sure you put your name, right? Which city you're from, what church you go to, what sorority you belong to, fraternity, what group you're affiliated with, and your business. And your business. Put your business in there, ladies and gentlemen. Put your business information there because this is all about networking, all right? It's all about networking. So go ahead and do that right now. We've gotten started. We're about 10 minutes in our program. We're only going to be here an hour. All right. So you make sure you stay tuned and you stay focused. Let me swing it back over to you, Courage Coach. All right. Back to you.
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. You know, Brother Darrell, you know, you said 1,000, you know, your 1,000th time. You know, what I realize is that if you watch the broadcast live and you actually had 16.25 more impressions of each broadcast. Like you watched the broadcast live, you said, you know what, let me go back about 16.25 more times for each broadcast, you know, and glean some additional information. You would have 1,000 times. So, Brother Darrell, it's okay if you said that. That wasn't a slip. That really shows the dedication of some of the members, those who watch the videos and the replays, and say, you know what, I can get it live, but you're going to miss some things. So you want to go over it in multiple impressions. And I'll tell you, those of you that might know, most of you know this in marketing, that you want to have multiple impressions of something, multiple impressions. The reason why, and they call it dripping. You can drip on a person or a prospect multiple times because it takes multiple impressions for somebody to sometimes see the benefit of this, what you're offering, maybe even understand a lot of the finer details of what's being offered or presented to them. That's why they run commercials so many times back to back. It's multiple impressions, and the more impressions you can have, the higher the probability is somebody's going to one day see it at the right time and say, oh, I know about that product, let me go ahead and get it. But one impression is not enough to say I saw it one time. You know, I say this in some of my classes that some of the scientists have did a study, and they said you only remember about between 7 to 10% of what you see, read, or hear the first time you see, read, or hear it. And that starts to dissipate over time, excuse me, if you don't utilize it or implement it immediately and put it into actual use. And so that being the case, that I say to my students that that's why they sell us DVDs to movies we already watched, because they know when you went to the movies, you paid X amount of dollars to watch the movie, you had a great time. It was really about the ambiance, the family, the people in the theater, the oohs, the ahs, the action, the sound, the theatrics of it all is what you enjoy. But you'll end up when the movie comes out, if there are enough parts that you liked, and that's really about 70% of the movie, if you look at it, if somebody asks you what you saw, you give about 7 to 10% of what you saw. And then what's going to happen is the DVD comes out, and you're going to rent that DVD from one of the different companies, or you're going to watch it on one of the little streaming companies and whatnot, and get another impression. And so, oh, I missed that. I didn't see that. Oh, that was in the movie. I didn't remember that part, because you only remember the parts you liked at the time. So it's okay to have multiple impressions. So you should go over these broadcasts multiple times. You're going to pick up additional information as you go over it. And so, Brother Dale, you're right and exact. You know, it should be 1,000 times. And if we go over multiple impressions of each broadcast, the live and the replay, then we're going to pick up other nuggets and tidbits and things that's going to help us really grow and develop a lot faster. And it also shows the dedication of us as students. You know, in the Nation of Islam, some of you are registered members, some of you are not registered members. And you know this even in school, you know, is you go over things repeatedly. And I had one of my students the other day said, I said, practice makes, she said, perfect. I said, no, practice makes improvement. I said, but here's the thing, proper practice makes proper improvement. So you got to practice right. You can't practice wrong. If you practice to do it wrong, you're going to get good at doing it wrong. But if you practice doing it the right way, right, you'll get better at doing it the right way. But it's not about being perfect, it's about improving. So multiple impressions, multiple interactions. We go over multiple times. That's why we were learning as registered members, our student enrollment. You went over it multiple times. Same thing with your lessons, whatever the lessons might be, in the Nation of Islam lessons, or whether it just be a lesson plan for school. You want to go over it multiple times till it really gets in, and it's got to sink in and really soak into your very being, and find ways to apply it. That's the thing. And so, Brother Daryl, thank you for even having that slip, if you will, because what it is, it puts something in my mind that says, that's critical, because it should be 1,000 times. To watch something once is not enough. To read a book once is not enough. You have to go over it multiple. You don't have to, but it's a good idea to go over it multiple times, because you're going to pick up additional information. So I'll say this last point, Brother Daryl, even in Dianetic auditing, they're having you go back over it and pick up whatever additional data that you can. Reason why? Because multiple impressions, you're going to pick up something new. Say, oh wow, wait a minute, I didn't think about that. This just came up. I remember this part now. Wait a minute, hold on. You're going to get some more stuff coming back. So I see that our sister just joined us. She is all over the universe, running
it's a star sighting, brother. A star sighting.
I know. I thought I saw a baby plane, man. I was like, hey, where's that? Just passed by real quick. And so, yes, sir. So, Brother Daryl, I'm gonna swing back over you so you can swing it over to our sister, because I need to drink some water real quick. And wow, powerful. Oh, we have a powerful broadcast now because sister's here. So, Brother Daryl, I'm gonna swing it back over to you, brother.
All right. Thank you, Courage Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is a blessed platform because you're here and because our coach is here. I mean, you're gonna get the best of both worlds here on this broadcast on Black Wealth Empowerment Live. He's the courage coach, right? He's the peak performance coach. He's the inspirational coach, right? You know, we don't suffer from a lack of know-how, right? We don't suffer from a lack of know-how, ladies and gentlemen. We suffer from a lack of do. We suffer from a lack of do. We don't do it, and there's a misconnect in between the two, right? And it requires inspiration. So that's why on our broadcast, we inspire you, right? And then we give you tools, right? We appeal to your left side of your brain and your right side of your brain, your analytical side, and then your abstract, right? Your abstract, creative, artistic side of your brain. And then that way, this broadcast can stimulate both sides of your brain. And if you read Think and Grow Rich, it tells you when both sides of your brain are stimulated or working together is when you get the maximum power of your brain, all right? So a broadcast that's all you know, all one side of your brain, all artistic, all spiritual, all abstract, all concept, all philosophy, but then it doesn't give you any how-tos, right? Then you're limited in your maximum output. And one that gives you all how-tos and doesn't give anything that will stimulate, right, the vibration level on the other side of your brain will do the same. It'll only maximize it to a certain level. So that's why it's important, ladies and gentlemen, that we have the Courage Coach here. And it's very important that both of those things that I just described are combined in your daily life. Daily life. That's why many of us in the church and many of us in the mosque and many of us who are just spiritual, we start our day with prayer, right? And then you go out into the world, right, and do. All right, so with that being said, let's swing it over. I think our sister is here, our membership coordinator. She made it in. She made it safely back to her place of abode there in Columbus, Ohio. Sister Brandy Muhammad, are you there, sister?
I am here, Brother Daryl. Assalamu alaikum, family. I pray all is well with each and every one of you. Yes, I had made it back. I had spent some time with my awesome, amazing mom. When you get a chance, you can see all our awesome pictures on Facebook. And then also my family. Today is my anniversary of my birth. And so as a minister, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has instructed us years ago to celebrate our moms. And if our moms are around, then we definitely celebrate them. And so today I made sure that she felt extra special. Even though I went to the restaurant I wanted to go to, I made sure she felt extra special. Got her flowers. We just did that really big because, hey, as I told my children today, it's not about me. It's about her. Because if it wasn't for her, I would not be here. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to my mom. She's already gone home now. But yeah, definitely. So excited to be back on the Black Wealth Empowerment since last week. And I'm here. I'm working on slowing down so you can understand what I say, because the Courage Coach did tell me, you say good things, but if you talk too fast, the message doesn't get through. And so as Brother Daryl stated, we have to use both sides of our brain. So in order to do that, I will slow down and speak clearly, a little bit more precise, still with the same energy and flow that I have prior to, and we just want to keep it pushing. I'm glad to see you, Brother Daryl and Brother Rodney Asad Muhammad. I see the members are online and active. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to send it back to you.
All right. We're going to come back to this in a few more minutes so she can welcome all the new members. According to my count on my phone, 19. There's that number 19 members waiting to join us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited to have you with us. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Now it's time for you to pay it forward. It's time to pay it forward, all right? We only have an hour. This is the hour of power. Everything is compressed, right? Some people call it collapsing time frame. So that's what we're doing here right now. I want you to pay it forward. Right above this video screen you see here, there's some tabs, right? There's some social media tabs. And anytime you're watching this broadcast, either live now or on the replay, you should see those tabs. And if you don't, right below you see some tabs to share on our Facebook, on our YouTube channel. But for the live broadcast right now, above you can see there's a Facebook like. Go ahead and press that right now. All right, go ahead and press that right now. Those have done it already. Those are good students. Next to that is a Facebook share. Go ahead and click that. It's going to open up, and I want you to put hashtag BWE Hangout, hashtag BWE Hangout. We are live. Join us. All right, you got it? Hashtag BWE Hangout. We are live, period. Join us, period, right? So put that in Facebook. Put that also in Twitter, because when you click on that, it'll open up and ask you to say something. That's what you want to say, all right? Invite your friends, ladies and gentlemen. Invite your friends. A part of wealth building is being able to release, right? To give, to take what has been given to you or what you have and put it out in the universe, put it out in the marketplace, put it out where people are, all right? And every time you don't do that, you're strengthening your muscle to contract, excuse me, contract, instead of strengthening your muscle to expand, right? And there's no wealth without expansion, ladies and gentlemen. All right, there's no wealth without expansion. So you have to share. If you don't share, it's to your own detriment. If you don't share, it's because you don't understand. And that's why we are here, to make sure you understand, right? And to reiterate what we understand. The coach just told you 1,000 times. Now, there's no number that you should be shooting for. It's kind of like they asked Jesus, right? The disciple asked Jesus, how many times should we forgive? He said 70 times 7. That means just stop counting. Just continue to forgive, right? Because there's a principle involved, right? And Brother Ishmael said, you don't give until it helps, until it hurts. You give until it helps. So you want to give, ladies and gentlemen, you want to share. So hit those tabs right above and go ahead and share that right now. All right, we're practicing every part of this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. You just ask myself, Sister Brandy or the coach, every part of this broadcast is designed to condition your mind for wealth building, right? It's not a technique, ladies and gentlemen. Coach told you earlier, it's your mindset. Now, we're going to cover some how to do things after Coach comes on and give some more, inspirational, right? Drill down past the garbage that's in our brains and get down to the essence, right? Get down to our nature, because it's our nature not to survive, right? It's not our nature to survive. It's an animal's nature to survive. But the human being's nature is not to survive. It's to prosper. It's to prosper and to grow until you die, right? Not grow until you're 18, 21, grow until you retire, grow until you die. And that's what you're learning here, ladies and gentlemen, at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. You're learning those little nuggets, you know what I mean? Those little bits and pieces in between what the world is giving you that's causing a disconnect, right? Any break, right, in the electrical current is a disconnect. It doesn't matter how big the break is, right? If it's a break, it's a disconnect in the energy and electricity, and the frequency stops flowing. That's why the Courage Coach is so vitally important. You can just go get a book, ladies and gentlemen. There's a whole lot of folks on Blab, on Google Hangout, on Facebook, on everywhere, giving you techniques. But how many are inspiring you, right, to build wealth? It's always a disconnect, right? The church, the mosque, our religions, they inspire us, right? But it's not connected to building wealth, right? So to some extent, they're part of that quote-unquote conspiracy, right? Not to put them together and to have them separate as if they're two separate things. But we here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, we're determined to break that taboo. We're determined to bring those two together. That's why we bring on guests like Brother Nuri to talk about finance, Brother Rasul, who we saw today, to talk about finance, to bring Ashley to talk about finance, right? Because those individuals we bring, brothers and sisters, understand this platform and they're in agreement with it, all right? And they're here to serve and give you what you need, all right? So that's what we're doing here at Black Wealth Empowerment. We're so excited. Last week we launched our store, all right? All right, and that's where we're going to start adding, just like any other store, right? Start adding products to the shelf. We're right now getting together and gathering as many of the presenters' products as we can and put them in the store. All right, so make sure you go to the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group and you see the link to Black Wealth Empowerment Live store. All right, so make sure you go to the store and make sure you go often. And we're going to remind you because we're just going to start adding things to it. All right, we're going to add the mastermind group pretty soon. Okay, so go there, ladies and gentlemen, invest. And as we said over a year ago, all right, we're going to reward those who purchase and invest in themselves, right? We're going to do something special for you, all right? We're going to do something special for you. You don't do things for the incentives, right? The incentive is only there for you to do what you should do anyway. Some people need incentives. So we're going to add those things. We're not going to tell you what they are. You just go and you get what you need right? You get what you need, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll reward you by doing so. All right? So with that being said, let's swing over to our sister. Let's swing over to our sister and see what we got here. Sister, I see we have some people waiting in the queue.
We do.
Waiting in the queue. We have some members.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Let me pull it back up. Before we start with the members, I just want to say, well, it's as it relates to the membership coordinating. I would like to say a definite big thank you very much to Brother Mudikai, a.k.a. Mayamo Este, I think it's Muhammad. I think that's how you say it. Yes, because he went through the process, as we already know, as a routine. Every week we always say the same thing. When we have new members coming in, we ask everybody to welcome the new members. And based on my analysis, just today, Brother Mudikai walked all the members in. I think we had like over 60 something members, even though he's in Japan, different time and everything. So it might be like 8:30 a.m. his time, whatever. He actually went through the process and made sure that he just welcomed each and every new member in. So I want to say thank you very much, Brother Mudikai, for making sure that you follow those instructions and helping to invite and welcome the new members in, because it's very important that we take the time out to say, hey, welcome. I'm glad you took the time out to see us and participate and be engaged in the Black Wealth Empowerment Conference calls. All right. Thank you. Let me move on. Where am I at now, Brother Darrell? Am I talking about inviting the new members?
Yeah, they had some members, that announced themselves.
Okay, yep. Right? Let me go down there. So we have Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren. They send the greetings, and they are from cool Phoenix, Arizona, Muhammad's Mosque number 32. Wow, Muhammad's Mosque Arizona is cool. It's a little chilly in Columbus, Ohio, but that's all right. So they said they have a combined total of 17 years in the field of customer service, and Sister Jennifer says she's in the infant stages of writing a book. That's right, I did say it. Sister Jennifer Brown Muhammad is in the process of writing a book. We are so excited. And she said the goal is financial freedom. It's not too far from now. Praise be to Allah. Welcome, Sister Jennifer and Brother Darren. We look forward to seeing your beautiful story, your story, your book, whatever you display. Let us know ASAP, because Brother Darrell said, hey, the business is open, so we're definitely in the house. Brother Mudikai once again sends the greetings to everyone. He's coming from Japan. Let me open it up and see what it exactly says. He was born in Phoenix, Arizona. He attended Muhammad's Mosque number 32 as well, and he currently lives in Japan. He has a lot of information about himself, being a cultural educator. He's focused on education, Spanish, Japanese, Hawaiian languages, and cultures associated with them. He's a founder, and he's a business as well. He's a founder of Supreme Life University, giving life coaching, mentoring, and international concierge services as well. He listed his page, his website, which is on Facebook, facebook.com/Supreme Life University. We also thank you once again, Brother Mudikai. We also have Sister Jeanette Muhammad, and she is locally at Muhammad's Mosque number 26B, and she's in Oakland, California. And she's in business, informational, and educational presentations and research. Sister Jeanette, welcome again to the Black Wealth Empowerment. Sister, okay, let me go back up here. We have Sister Pamela K. Muhammad. She just posted. Give me one quick second to see what she said. Everybody's jumping on. Everybody's jumping on at the same time. It's like simultaneous. Oh, she said she couldn't get something about the link didn't work, Brother Darrow. So make sure we get her situated in just a moment. Is it time to welcome the new members?
Yes, let's go ahead and do it.
All right. Now, so officially, as I welcome the new members, I want to say that Brother Rodney did not teach me how to do this yet. So if it's just like, please disregard. Brother Rodney didn't teach me. So miss that message. Yep. I threw you under the bus, Brother Rodney. You can stay on mute though. Once again, we have 19 new members who have requested to be part of the awesome exclusive Black Wealth Empowerment group. We have 19 members. So let's see. I approved everybody as I kind of went through it really quick. Shh. Let me see. We have Brother Chris. We have Brother Andre. Miss Darlene. My computer seems like it froze on me. Brother Darren, I'm going to have to pass it back to you for a second, but I did just add the 19 members to be approved to the Black Wealth Empowerment Conference call. 1 second.
All right, you did add them on. Let's see.
I did. Let's see. Let me go back down. Yes, I did add them. Now I just have to go back up and find them. And then also, in addition to adding those believers, as you stated earlier, if you go onto, I'm sorry, what I'm trying to say is there's a link Brother Darrell had just talked about. I put it back in the feed a little higher up so everybody can find it. It says the BWE Live store is now open for business. All that information is there. The bit.ly is there as well for the believers, so you don't have to scroll through the whole page if you choose not to. Let me look at the 19 members we have. Give you just about 4 or 5 names really quick, and I'll send it back over.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
my
good.
feed is a little slow.
I added that link in there for Sister Pamela. I don't know why she's having some issues. Okay, so we want to thank all of our social media flash mob army members, Brother Munakai, Sister Denise, and whoever else that I might have left off, Sister Brandy. We want to thank you all for sharing because, I mean, you know, this is what they call in online marketing called organic. Now it's growing organically, right? People are just coming. People are coming, right? All these individuals for the last several weeks have found their way. Either you invited them and they took the time to find us, or they're finding us through your sharing of the videos of the broadcast on Facebook, from YouTube, our YouTube channel. So we want to thank you, social media flash mob army members, and want to insist that you continue. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the army, right, of the BWE social media flash mob army, then go ahead and inbox our sister Brandy, the membership coordinator, and she'll get with you. She'll tell you the guidelines, what we kind of expect from you, as far as how to promote it, how to push it out there, okay? We're asking that you go to our YouTube channel, find us on YouTube, and YouTube has a share button, right? So go ahead and share it on Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter and all the platforms, and do at least 10 of those a week. You can do them all in one night. You can do them three times a week. But we're asking a minimum of 10. Minimum of 10 to each one of your platforms. You say, well, Darrell, that's work. Well, I mean, you want to be wealthy. If wealth was easy, ladies and gentlemen, everybody would be wealthy. All right? Everybody will be wealthy. And what we need for you guys to do is, everybody that's here live or on the replay, go in there and welcome. Go in there and leave a comment for each one of those new 19 members. Each one of them. Not a blanket thank you, right? But each one of them. Take the time and click on each one of them and leave your congratulations, right? Leave your thank you for joining us, all right? And encourage them to participate. Encourage them to participate, because it's all about participation. Like I said, we pride ourselves on being different from any other group out here on YouTube. Okay, we pride ourselves in being uniquely different. All right, and we're going to add to that uniqueness as God gives us the revelation and guides us on what we should do with the store and the different products and the different guests and everybody that you see coming on here. But most importantly, because of the uniqueness of the message, ladies and gentlemen. Black Wealth Empowerment Live is here. The mission is to raise your level, our level of consciousness, right? Economic, financial consciousness, and I'm going to go more into that in the next couple of minutes after we hear from our coach for our inspirational part of the message. Is to raise our consciousness up, our economic consciousness, so we can be more aware of things. Right, so we can help out our community and those that support the Nation of Islam and Honorable Men's Louis Farrakhan. We can help on the Justice or Else. We can help with the economic blueprint. Okay, your money has to go towards a specific a coffin, a particular treasure chest. The United States calls it the what? The U.S. Treasury Department, the IRS. Right, so you have to have one. Every civilized society has things organized into groups that they want the citizens to funnel into. So we as black people, we have to do the same thing. Ours just has to be more voluntary, right? It has to be out of love, right? Not out of obligation. Because you can do things out of obligation and love don't be attached to it, right? But when there's love attached to it, it goes far beyond obligation. So with that being said, let's swing over to the Courage Coach for the inspirational part of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Go ahead and hook this train up, Coach. Swinging it back over to you.
Wow. That was very heavy. That was some good stuff right there. I was going to let you ride with it. Let me just quickly, everybody who's watching this, thank you again. We can't thank you enough for just spending this time with us, allowing us to be into your homes, your hearts, your minds, and to share what it is that that Allah God has put in us for us and for you. And so one quick point, Sister Brandy, we don't have a training system on Black Wealth Empowerment in terms of how to run the show. I just got called one time, brother Daryl and our brother Jesse. Big ups to brother Jesse. For they asked me to come on. I said, yeah, I'll come on, and then I came on a couple of times. And one day, I next thing you know, I was on, and then I got a call that says, brother, would you come on? And then so there's no training system. We don't have a BWE training system for the show broadcast. So it's like on OJT, learn as we go. So this is the platform Brother Daryl had to learn himself. Even though he did buy a system that gave him the access to get the platform going, and he watched other people, he didn't get to watch them live doing it. He wasn't in the studio with them when they were doing it. So he kind of learned, and I learned, and you're learning. You're doing a great job. So don't worry about that. Just, we just don't do what we got to do. We keep it moving, and we're good at this right now. I think we make it look really professional. I'll say that by most people's standards. And now let me say this, brothers and sisters. I had no idea what I was going to say. I flew today. Today was a flying day for me. I am in Illinois right now, just right outside of Chicago. I think it's Arlington Heights or something like that. So I got here, rushed, got everything set up, and I said, okay, let's get the broadcast going. And we started the broadcast. I had no idea what I wanted to say. And then just a few moments ago, I'm talking seconds ago, Brother Daryl was speaking, and he said some things, and I don't know exactly what it was. I have to watch the rebroadcast to get exactly what he said. That just Allah inspired something in me or spoke to my mind. I said, oh, that's it. And then if you were watching the video, if you were able to see the little videos, you'll saw when the idea hit my mind, and Allah blessed me with it, and I started to write. I tore off a piece of paper and started to write. And here's what Allah put on my heart and mind to share with us, because I had no idea what I was going to say, and I like to approach my talks like that. I don't like to have notes and a bunch of things. Just a general idea. Somebody says, hey, can you talk about this? And I believe, brothers and sisters, that if we study, if we apply ourselves, if we are really sincere in our efforts, that's how Allah uses us. That's how God uses us and just pours out of you what's already in you. See, it's already inside. Education, the actual Latin root of word educate is actually to extract what is within, not to put in. Most so-called educational systems are trying to inculcate, indoctrinate the students, as opposed to pulling out of them what's already inside of them. Everything you need is already inside of you. It's already inside of me. It's already inside of us. We just have to find it and pull it out, mine it, and get it out of us. You came with the universe. Everything that was, is, everything that is, shall be. All right? So there's nothing new in the creation of the universe. Everything has always been. It came with the first atom of life, the 10,000 parts, and all those things. And so here's what I wanted to share with you all. I thought it came to my mind that in the Bible it said, when the God made man, right? Made man, and it says, and we breathed into him. The Quran says we breathed into him of our inspiration, right? He breathed the breath of life into the man. He became a living being, right? He became a living being. Well, juxtapose that. That means before the breath of life was breathed into him, he was a dead being. So he's in existence, but he wasn't a living being, right? Now follow me now, follow me now. So we breathed into him of our inspiration. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam, said that when you are no longer able to draw in the breath of life, that's when you are physically dead, when you can no longer breathe in or draw in the breath of life. And the Honorable Louis Farrakhan says that's when you expire, right? Expire. Inspire is life, expire is death. Now follow this, follow this. I said, breathe of our inspiration. I said, oh, there it is. Now, oxygen or air for us is really fire and water. Fire and water. There's fire and water and oxygen. And so when we have an inspiration, that means we're taking in something something that's very critical to the human being in order for it to live. There's some very critical components in air. You know, you can go without water for a while, you can go without food for quite a while, but you cannot go without air for any significant period of time. And so if you think about it, brothers, the very foundation of life is really found in the air. In the air, the ability to breathe it in. But I don't want to stay there. I don't want to talk about oxygen and all those things. What I want to deal with is this. What are we breathing in? What are we taking in? What's inspiring us? Now, I thought Allah put in my mind that this. I said, you know, in our teachings in the Nation of Islam, we say that Allah self-created, right? The original Allah, the first creator of the heavens and earth, the universe, and all things that we know, it came from 10,000 parts doing nothing in the darkness of space. And those 10,000 parts came together. But he made for himself brain, and I'm not going to go through that. You have to go to a mosque meeting, go to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan's videos, and go to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's books and read that for yourself. But one of the things I thought about, I said, something inspired him. What inspired the original creator to do that? What inspired him? And I said, the desire to be. The desire to be. Well, I think for us, you want to be most people say you want to be somebody. You know how we play in the dozens, or if you got a child that's really trying to show out in front of people, and you say, you're trying to be somebody. You're trying to be important. You're trying to, you know how we try to stamp that down and say, quit trying to show out. Well, that's in the very nature of all things, is to exist, to be known. And that says the higher living form is you have a desire innately to want to be. The original creator self-created because he had a desire to be present, to be there, to be recognized at some point. So even with us, when we're breathing in, what are we breathing in? What inspires you? Are you inspired to be? I'm not talking about self-aggrandizement. I'm talking about ego, and I want people to look at me and, oh, I'm so important. No. I'm talking about being so you can actually be available, be there, be capable of assisting, helping, growing, advancing society. See, if we play small, if we play little, we play non-existent, if we're not inspired by nothing, then we just go haphazardly through life, waiting for the cemetery to catch up with our reality, right? And so what inspires you? What inspires me? What are we breathing in? What information are you taking in? The Honorable Louis Farrakhan said to us many years ago, many of us have become like information swine. Every time somebody puts something out, we gobble it up, and we can't figure out why we're so darn sick. What are you taking in? What am I taking in? What am I reading? What am I watching? What am I studying? What am I meditating on? What inspires me? Well, I want to be inspired by the very thing that inspired the original creator, inspired everything since then, is the desire to be known, not for my own vanity's sake, to be known, so that being known, you gravitate, you call things to you by being known, being magnetic, being attractive. You got to be okay with being attractive. And I'm not talking about aesthetics, because that's in the eye of the beholder. You know, people are going to find pleasure in different things. That's fine. But what I'm talking about being attractive, I mean having attracting power where there's something magnetic about you, something about your disposition, your way of being. Some people have a quiet magnetic attraction, which is people like, man, I like this brother or this sister. Why? Just the way they stand, the way they position themselves, the way they the look, whatever it is, that you have to have an attracting power, because with that attracting power, you're going to draw people and circumstances to you that you will now have control over or authority over to be able to guide in a certain direction. I'll say this last point. One of my sons, my fourth son, I named him Murshid. Is M-U-R-S-H-I-D. We say Murshid, but it's actually Murshid. And I named him that, you know, I chose that name for him. That's how Allah revealed it to me before he was born, or when he was born, is leader or guide. And as he grew and developed, I always would caution him and say, brother, what are you going to guide other people to? Son, with his brothers and sisters, I said, you got to be an example for your brothers. So you can't be a leader and a guide if you're going to guide the people improperly. Is that the best way to guide? I would always put that on him. You just not being a good guide is not doing that. Because I wanted him to know that being a leader, being a guide, has responsibility. So with that inspiration, with that magnetic attraction and power you're going to have, you're going to be able to now direct people in a certain direction. What are you going to guide them to? What are you going to inspire them to do? That's the ultimate test right there. So for all great leaders that have come and gone, the real test of their leadership is their ability not to be magnetic, because that's an easy thing to do once you know what that is. The real test of that leadership is their ability to guide people in a direction that's going to enhance, produce, and ultimately lift society to higher, more righteous, more dignified, more civilized levels. Brothers and sisters, what inspires you? I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Cultivate the courage to roar. Brother Dear, I'm going to swing it back over to you, brother.
All right, all right, all right. What a great, great message. Brothers and sisters, I was inspired just sitting here and listening. You know, these are questions, see? These are questions that we have to ask ourselves. We have to ask ourselves on a daily basis. So thank you so very much, Courage Coach. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your message, because it's not just for them, right? It's for me. It's for all of us. It's for all of us, because we all need to constantly stay inspired. Stay inspired, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what this is about. This is just for you to find out what inspires you, right? There's different things that inspire people, different things that inspire different people. It's not the same. It's not the same for everybody, right? You have to find out what works for you. So we want to thank the Courage Coach for that message, that powerful, powerful message, and it's definitely what we all need right now. Why? Because we got 60 days left in the year, right? What's going to inspire you to finish strong? What's going to inspire me to finish strong, right? A lot of people, you know, with the employee mentality, right? They work hard the first couple of days of the week, and then Thursday and Friday start winding down, right? So we have that habit ingrained in us, the majority of us, right? So you get to the end of the year, that's what you wind down at the end of the year, right? Talking about how you're going to explode at the beginning of the year. And we all know that's a farce, and the coach can tell you. He's a peak performance coach. You know, he knows mathematically that does not work. That does not work. You build momentum. You don't decline to momentum. Who you know declines to momentum? All right? So we want to talk about now the economic justice or else piece that we're going to be on and we're going to stay on. Why? Because it went from being a moment on 10-10-15 to being a movement. So this is part of our role in the movement. Find your place in the movement, ladies and gentlemen. Find your seat on the bus that's going in the direction that you're going in, right? So that's what we're doing here, and that's what we want to talk about right now. 60 days left. Now, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has told us we're on two fronts, right? We're dealing with with the injustice in our community and outside of our community. All right? We're following a good leader. We're following a divine leader. We're following the most perfect leader from example, right? Not based on biased opinion, by example. All right, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's the thing about building wealth. See, you can't build wealth if you're biased, right? If you're biased, this is my idea, so that's what's going to make it work. No. It's mathematical. It's mathematical, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we said last week, write down your expenses, right? Write down your numbers, right? And we're going to build on that. So we're talking about internal justice, internal injustice, internal economic injustice, right? We cannot expect somebody else to treat us better than we treat ourselves. That's the bottom line, right? And you can't change somebody else. You can only change yourself. So it starts in both, but it starts with us, right? I think it was Lisa Nichols said that you have to show people how to love you by how you love yourself. Okay? So we're talking about economic injustice that we do to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. It has to start there. It has to stop there. It makes a complete circle, right? It starts with us, goes to everybody else, and it comes back to us. It stops at your feet. All right? And here's the thing. Here's the message for tonight. You have an economy. Don't worry about the greater economy. Don't get bought in and pulled in to the rhetoric of politics. That's rhetoric, ladies and gentlemen. They tell you what they want you to hear to get your vote, and once they get your vote, they're gone. Right? Then they start telling you why they can't do it. That's just like people who borrow money. They tell you what you want to hear to borrow your money. Then once they get your money, right? Now they're gonna start dancing and tell you how they can't pay it, or how they can pay some of it, how they can't pay on time. Right? We're talking about taking back what is rightfully ours. If God gave it to you, you own it. You own that economy. You own that money that comes through your fingers. You're responsible for doing the thing that's in your best interest. So if there's one message that you take tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to take, is that we need to control our economy. You have an economy. You have the economy. Don't expect, right, the U.S. government to do for its economy what you're not willing to do for your economy. Right? Oh, they need to budget. They need to stop spending if we ain't got no money, and then we spending when we don't have no money. They need to stop wasting the taxpayers' money, but you wasting your money. Where all the money going? They don't know where the money going. Do you know where your money going? Do I know where my money is going? Oh yeah, I did that, dear. I did. You talking about right? I did that when? 6 months ago? A year ago? What good is that? You got to track your money as it comes in. Right? You have to track it. You have to track it, ladies and gentlemen. So the message tonight is you have an economy. Take responsibility for your economy. Don't you know people who understand that? Their economy is always better than the greater economy. Those that understand they have an economy that they control, that's not directly locked, step and barrel connected to the greater economy, they always do better than the greater economy. Because they're not looking for the greater economy, right, to support their economy. They go out there and make it happen. If it's out there, they're going to get it. Right? I heard Grant Cardone say something the other day. It shook me. He said if the last couple of years, Coach, they circulated and put $3 trillion in the economy, then he said everybody should have got a raise if they dumped $3 trillion in the economy. Where did that money go? Somebody got a raise. It just wasn't you and I. I said, damn, that's powerful. If there's more money in the economy, did you get your share? Did I get my share? Where did it go? It's our job to find out where it's at and go get it. go get it. Right? I heard Boyce Watkins say just the other day, right? We as men got to get back to what men do. Men eat what they kill. Men don't make excuses. They go out there and make it happen. They find a way. They don't say they not hiring. That's not what men say. Maybe women say that, but not men that God created. Right? He said, go out and subdue the earth. Go out and subdue it. Make it submit to you and give you what you need, because it's out there for us to get. You have an economy, brothers and sisters. I have an economy. Sit down and look at your economy. Right? Look and see how well your economy is not doing. And take responsibility for your economy. Yes, it's dependent to a great extent on what's happening outside the economy. But if other people's economy doesn't suffer, mirror the greater economy, then that's what we need to be figuring out. Right? That's what we need to be figuring out. If everybody losing money in this economy, everybody, I'm talking about everybody, then that's one thing, right? If we on the ship and the whole ship sink, everybody drowns. That's one thing. But if you got a sinking ship and then you have some people drowning and some people not drowning, then those are the ones that know something that the ones drowning don't know. And that's what we're bringing you here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We're pricking your consciousness. We're pricking your consciousness so you can say, well, you mean that I have an economy that I control? That my economy, my personal economy, can go up while the other economy goes down? Well, yes. Isn't that what our scripture says? Right? The great and dreadful day is going to be great for some and dreadful for others. Either we're going to be part of the dreadful day or the great day, but it's up to us, because it's going to happen either way. So, ladies and gentlemen, know that you have an economy. You're responsible for your economy. I'm responsible for mine 100%. And it's up to me to make sure that my economy is healthy, right? It's healthy. It can withstand any winds, like your house, right? Your house need to be isolated enough so when the wind blows, it ain't blowing in your house because you got cracks in your windows, in the frame of your window, right? Because you got big gaps underneath your door, so you just as cold inside as you are outside. That you can't have your economy like that, brothers. So here's what you need to do. You need to look at your numbers once again. Take your vital signs, we call it, right? Your financial vital signs. You need to come with your housing, food, and utility. That's your what they call your base number. That's your base number. That's the bare minimum. Well, I need a car. Well, you don't need a car. Really, you don't. Because if you need a car, you wouldn't have a bus system in your neighborhood, in your city. If you need a car, you don't need a car, you need transportation, right? So to survive, these are your base number, your life number. Somebody put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Know your number, starting with your life base number, your base number. Just to inhale, like Brother Coach said, right? Just so you can inhale every day, you need food, shelter, and you need your utilities, right? Water and gas for your housing, right? That's your base number. But you don't want to focus on your minimum. You just want to know what it is, right? You don't want to know what the minimum number of breaths you can take every day to live. You don't want to focus on that number, just counting 1, 3, 15. Oh, Lord, I only got 6 more left. You don't want to deal with that. Then all the other numbers, your car expense, cell phone, insurance, recreation, beauty, entertainment, cable, internet, all that is what you call your lifestyle number. Your lifestyle number. If it's short, you have a small lifestyle. If it has a lot of stuff in it, you have a big lifestyle, right? Which is okay. It's not good or bad. I'm just giving you so you can have some concrete number. So every day you think in number, right? So you can say, okay, my number is $3,000. That's my life number. I make $4,000 a month. That means 3 weeks out of the 4 weeks go to just me just being able to inhale and breathe and live another day. It has nothing to do with my lifestyle. I have no lifestyle items in there, right? Now you can start focusing on, I need to expand, right? I need to expand my economy. right? You have to expand your economy, ladies and gentlemen. Be thinking about expanding your economy. And here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to tell you why you need to expand your economy. You have to prepare. You have life insurance, right? So when you do get sick, not if, but when you do. You have car insurance, so when you get into an accident, not when, but when you do get into an accident. Well, you need some financial insurance, brothers and sisters. We need to start building an economy, personal economy, to where you have money set aside so when these things happen in life, you'll have funds set aside. And it's not, you can't do it living paycheck to paycheck. You won't survive when the storm starts blowing. You won't survive when the storm clouds start coming over your head. That's too late. That is way too late, brothers and sisters. So you have to take responsibility and understand, I have an economy that I need to take control over. One, take control, and then number two, expand. Right? Expand. Number one, control your economy. Know what's going on in your economy. And then expand your economy. Find ways of expanding your economy. We covered a lot of them here, but we're going to continue to revisit them. That's why the store is so very important, so you can go there and you can purchase, right? How to take what you know and turn into cash fast. See, that's helping you expand, and you expand incrementally. You have to crawl before you walk, and you have to walk before you run. So brothers and sisters, 60 days left, right? Sit down at least once a week. If your week starts on a Monday, sit down Sunday night and just look at your bills and kill that negative picture that pops up in your mind. Give the courage coach. He can tell you what to say to your bills. He can tell you what to say before you approach your bills. He can tell you what to say to get your vibration up, right? Before you address your finances, right? Because if you never change that vibration, you'll never change your economy. You'll never expand your economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the rich have gotten richer since 2008, right? With the bailout and the depression as great as not equal to the 1930 depression. They've gotten richer. Why? Because they know something that you and I don't know about money. They know that they have an economy that they need to take full control over. We're talking about economic justice or else. And if we don't do these things, I said we, then we're going to go down when the ship goes down, and that is not God's intention, right? That's why he has this information out here. That's why he has you here tonight watching this live broadcast or this replay here at Black Wealth Empowerment, right? Because he doesn't want you to go down with this world as it is now going down. So that's our message tonight, brothers and sisters. We want to swing it over to the Courage Coach. Let's swing it over to Sister Brandy for some closing words. Anything that's happening in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group, let us know what's going on. Say some closing words. We'll swing it over to Coach, and then we'll close out. We're right there at the top of the hour, a few minutes over. Sister Brandy, what's happening in the Private Elusive Exclusive Facebook group?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been an awesome experience once again on the Black Wealth Empowerment. Sister Thea Muhammad, she had just joined. Just want to say she just joined the conference, the Black Wealth Empowerment group, just today. And she has posted about at least a minimum of 5 comments. Thank you, Brother Rodney. Thank you, Brother Darrell, for the awesome content. She also posted some information about what she had read in the past. I don't see it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Man, where is it at? Where's that? Oh, Ron Bugsby from the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce said she has some information about that and talking about Black-owned businesses and unemployment and etc. So definitely, because we already asked, listen, the sisters are already doing it. Brother Darrell said, make sure you participate. The sisters participated in like the last 20 minutes of the conference call. Just jumped on. Praise be to Allah. Sis, you rock. Thank you very much. Last words from Sister Brandy Muhammad. I want to say thank you all for taking the time out once again to participate, to be with us on the Black Wealth Empowerment Conference calls. We do a weekly, we only do a power hour, and it has once again been very informative, very enlightening. And at this point, it is free of charge. So definitely invite your friends and your family. It won't always be this way, but for right now, we have an awesome opportunity. So definitely take advantage of the opportunity and be encouraged, be inspired. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you, if it be the will of God, next Sunday, same time, same place. May Allah continue to bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Sister Brandon. That's our membership coordinator, brothers and sisters. Anything membership related, you inbox her if you want to be a part of the BWE, social media flash mob army. Get with her. She's going to start reaching out to y'all personally, so y'all can organize this thing. We can really blow up in 2016. We looking to blow up in 2016, all right? Me and Coach going to bring some stuff to you, but you got to be ready, right? Can't be like them little children that learn how to play catch. They father throwing the ball, and it just fall on the ground, all right? So make sure you're ready, and we'll get with Sister Brandy. She'll start reaching out to you all in your inbox so you can step up and show out. All right, Courage Coach. All right, leave us some good parting words that'll hold us until next Sunday.
Yes, sir. Watch the replay of Brother Rasul on NOI.org if you just need some real serious tune up and tighten up. Make sure you definitely get a dose of that in. Inshallah, it will, or for those of you who don't understand that language, God willing, it'll put something in you and send you spinning in a possibly a different direction in your life. You know, one of the things I'm constantly on is a gratitude campaign, and so I want you all to be grateful for those little moments today, those big moments, those medium-sized moments. Just be grateful for the fact that you are breathing, you had another chance, another opportunity, you learned something new today. And so there's a book that I'm reading, one of the books I'm reading. I'm right now, Brother Daryl, and I want you all to know that I'm reading the Motivation Manifesto. One of my business partners gave me that book a week or so ago. It's called the Motivation Manifesto, and just powerful, powerful book. But one thing I want you all to do is just be grateful for every single second, every single moment, every opportunity to do it better, to do it different. You learn some things from this broadcast. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And I want you to do this for this whole week. I want you to apply, implement. And one small change, Brother Daryl, I want them to do this one small thing. Stop calling them bills. Call them opportunities. That's something my good friend Jerry gave me that language change many years ago. He said, call them opportunities. He said, because if you get an opportunity in the mail, that means you got an opportunity to pay it. The fact that you even received it means that somebody says we believe that you, the person we sent this to, has the capability to actually honor this payment, this request that we made. Somebody believes something about you, and so you got to believe it about yourself. So look at them as opportunities. So I stopped calling them bills long ago. I call them opportunities, and I call them William. Get personal with them. Get personal. Call them William. Yeah, I got a new William in today. You say, what? It's not a bill, it's a William. We're on a first name basis. and so, brothers and sisters, just reframe it. It is what it is. And integrity says, you know what? You might not be able to deal with it today. You might not be able to take care of it right now. But put those to the side. Put them in a little holder, because those are the opportunities you're going to take care of. Once your financial situation turns around, we're not trying to defraud or default on our payments. No, we're not into that. We're saying, I want to say, listen, you might not be able to take care of it today, but put it in a list of saying, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to make sure I get these people what I know I owe them. I agree to do this. I fell on some hard times, and so do that. Just take action. Go ahead and open them up. Just open all those millions up. Open all those opportunities up. Look at them. Nothing bad's going to happen looking at it. They not going to come through the door because you opened it up. You know, sometimes they make a joke about that, Brother Daryl, that, you know, we'll not open up the envelope in hopes that it'll go away.
Yeah.
I used to be guilty of that. And so now open it up, see what it say. It might be, we apologize, we made a mistake, we forgive the whole debt, and, you know, and thank you so much for being patient with us. You know, you better open that. Might be a check in there and say, hey, just send this back to us and we'll honor you. Whatever, I don't know. but open them up, see what's in it, get comfortable with it, be okay with it, because I tell you, Brother Daryl, one last point of this is powerful, that when we get comfortable with even looking at these things, it'll start to really unlock a lot more in us. It starts to get your financial thermostat a lot more comfortable once you stop being afraid to look at those opportunities. Brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining us. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to roar. Brother Daryl, back over to you.
All right. Thank you, Courage Coach. Boy, I tell you, you got the group, you have the private exclusive group blowing up. I just see all the comments that's coming in. We thank you all for participating, Sister Denise and Sister, is that Tia? Tia, how you pronounce that? Thiah. We want to thank you all for being here and participating. If you enjoyed tonight, you just get ready for next week and the weeks to come. This broadcast gets gooder and gooder as it goes along, ladies and gentlemen. So you just make sure you come back, but don't come alone, right? Stop doing that, right? Stop doing that, right? The practice of wealth has to be a way of life, right? It has to be a way of life. Your religion is what you live, not what you profess, right? So it has to be a way of life, ladies and gentlemen. We have 60 days left. How are you going to end your 60 days financially? Right? We're talking about financial freedom, not just money, financial freedom. Freedom is really what we want. It's just that here in America, it takes some money to be free, right? You want to be free of bills, you got to have money to pay them, right? If you want to be free of sickness, you got to have money to go to the doctors and eat well, right? And get your checkups, right? If you want to be free, you need money in America, and you need money around the world. I heard a guy say that this world is not a political world, it's an economic world. It don't matter what the system is based on economics, ladies and gentlemen. Once we realize that and accept that fact and be man and woman and mature enough to grab onto it, right? And say, I'm going to control my economy. That's your mantra for this week moving forward. I'm going to control my economy. I'm going to control my economy. I'm going to control my economy. Type that right now in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. I'm going to control my economy. That means that Clinton's not in control. It doesn't matter who the president. It doesn't matter what bills they passing, what laws they passing. It doesn't matter if they're going to free up the money for you to buy a home, get a car, get Pell Grant. It doesn't matter. You and I are in control of our economy. That's our mantra moving forward for the rest of our lives. And we're going to pass on as much good to our children and our grandchildren as we can. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so very much. And as always, we'll see you at the top. Why? Because we're going to take you with us. Not from the top. Because you, your family, but most importantly, our community needs your very best. Thank you for being with us. Rebroadcast, I should say, share the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, so we can have more new first-timers next week. So with that being said, take care and God bless. Good night.